What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. This is the Joyful Sojourn, and I'm a little intimidated by this video. I'm gonna say it, I'm a little intimidated because today I'm sharing with you what the last few weeks have looked like in my Laurel Denise portrait planner, which I started using in June for the Joyful Sojourn. On social media, affiliate marketing, content creation, all the things. I've been using this planner, and this is a July start planner, but I wanted to just get a feel for it and play around with it without sharing it with anybody in real time so that I could see how it's going to work for me in July when it officially starts. So we're going to take a look at June, talk about it, talk about social media, content creation, planning, stuff like that. And then we're going to set up the month of July. So this is the new portrait planner. I believe it's restocked on the Laurel Denise website. If you do decide to shop Laurel Denise anytime, Joyful 10 will save you 10% off of your purchase. And if you don't want a July start planner, but you want the portrait planner, she is releasing January start, January 2025 portrait planners. I think those come out in September, early September. So keep that in mind. Let's get into it. I feel a little vulnerable doing this. I'm showing you guys the messy stuff, but I'm hoping that this will be helpful. So let's get into it. First of all, I did decorate my name page, and I do have a quick plan with me on Instagram, a reel kind of assembling this. I just love decorating this page, and I thought that this green color would look really pretty with these stickers from Casthetic Plans. So here is my name page, and we'll just take a quick look at this planner. This has a monthly kind of overview or a year at a glance, and you've got spaces for goals and things to remember. I am thinking I'll put maybe just stats here or income totals on these two lines. Obviously, I haven't done anything with this yet. You've got your 2024 holidays and 2025 holidays. And then, oh, I can't show you this yet. Can I? I don't think I can. No, I have to remove these sticky notes. I'll do that in a minute. But so what I did was, since this is a July start, I jumped all the way back to June 2025. And let me make sure, is there anything? I think we got to just go for it. We're just going to show it to you guys. This is June. This is June in my content planner. We'll just put it that way. And I didn't decorate it. I did some color coding, and this really worked for me. Like, really worked for me. I have some updating to do with my daily habits, but this worked for me. I like it. We're going with it. So I redated this for June 2024. My logic being, I really want this planner to work. Like, I want it to work so bad, and I knew I just needed to play with it. And so I figured it's highly likely that I'm going to end up getting another portrait planner in the January 2025 release. And so, I'm not too worried about having taken June 2025. In fact, I think that if she made these in an undated, I would buy the undated version in the future. And so we'll do June, and then we'll just go back through until I get a new portrait planner, I guess. So let's talk about this layout. So what's new about this one, but still very Laurel Denise, is you have all of your month at the top, and then you have all of your weeklies down at the bottom. Now, I didn't start using this until the second week of June, and that's where I started playing with things. So before we get into the weeklies, let's talk about the monthlies. This is not decorated. I am going to decorate it today because I like decorating my planner, but I am going to be kind of more minimalist with this. I think it's easier for me to see and understand. So the tan colors are what I posted on YouTube. So everything, oh, and let me grab this. I kept this in the house with me because I wasn't sharing it for social media, so I was able to update it regularly. And I used all the pens falling out, all the pens. I've got Crayola Super Tips. These are the pastel ones. I've got a reel swatching those over on Instagram, but I used this guy. This is an Alohaster like mild highlighter pen. I used that for YouTube. And what I did was I first wrote in all of the content. I haven't updated the last week, but I wrote in all of the content, and then as I filmed it, I highlighted it. So that way I knew that the content was already complete. I used these spotlight stickers to spotlight or highlight the days in which there were new products being released. And that's important to me as someone who creates content for entertainment purposes, but also when I'm an affiliate for someone, I want to make sure that I'm sharing that there's new product. And so these spotlights, I ended up just, I think this was probably from a sub box, but these are from Cloth and Paper. I just took a piece of washi tape and just stuck it in here. Again, all of this is very unofficial because I wasn't sharing this on social media until now. So you're getting kind of like the backstage look. So we have the tan color. As I filmed the YouTube video, I would put it in that tan color. And then all of these that are purple and green, those are shorts, short form content that was either on Instagram or TikTok. And really, my goal is to make sure that if I post something on Instagram, I also post it on TikTok. I am not a big TikTok person, but if the content can be recycled and new people can learn about me and what I'm putting out there on TikTok, then I'm going to do it. So purple is Instagram Reel and green is TikTok. And I kind of went back and forth between purple and green pens from, these guys are actually shockingly good. These bright liner, big highlighters, and the Alohaster ones, the color cream pens. So that is really what the overview is for the whole month. And I love this planner because everything lines up with the weekly. So like Friday on the monthly goes all the way down to Friday in your weeklies. This first kind of dashboard section, I'm logging my daily habits. My goal for June was to post a reel every day in June. And it's actually been pretty easy. I don't think that that is sustainable, and I have no intention of doing that in July because I want to start observing Sunday as a true Sabbath, which means I am not going to be on social media on Sundays. I need that space for my family. I need it to kind of recenter my priorities. And so while in June, the goal was to post a reel every day in June, I am definitely, and I used to, today is the exception because I'm posting this on a Sunday, the last day in June. I posted YouTube videos on Sunday. Well, I try for Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And I think I'm going to change it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so that, again, you don't see content from me on Sundays. So, but over here, the habits have been really gratifying because I wanted to log when did I post an Instagram reel, a YouTube video, a TikTok video, and these really, TikTok and Instagram reel should be pretty darn similar. I think I missed a day here. I'm logging the days that I got paid through, or compensation, and then blog. I have not been blogging, and I do have a website, joyfulsojourn.com. And I want to be doing more for that in this season. I want to be writing more. And so I didn't do it at all in June. So I do want to kick that up. There are 4 buckets down here. And I've decided to write down at a glance launches for the month, my Instagram stats, my YouTube stats, and my TikTok stats. And I haven't done any updating of that for the month. And then this is a dot grid page where I just wrote down content I wanted to create for the month, and then a key for how I'm using the monthly. So here's the spotlight for release and promo, and then the different colors for the different types of content. In this first week, I didn't come into this thing until 2 weeks from now, but I did want to test how her washi tape fits. So there's bullet washi, and then there's like box washi, not box washi, checklist. 2 different types of checklist. I'll just say that. And they fit perfectly. Let me see. I think this was from Laurel Denise. These guys, these fit perfectly in the portrait planner. It lines up perfectly with the lines. So this was just me testing it out. Now, for several years, like way back when I first started using Happy Planner, I would create a grid for my content. And I even did it in my portrait planner, which I set up for social media this week, or excuse me, this month, and I made that grid. And in that grid, I would write down the pieces of content going down and then the different steps that I needed to complete for that content up at the top. And I would check off, okay, did I film it? Did I make a thumbnail? Did I write the description? Did I take a photo of it, etc.? That is just not working for me anymore. I did it for years, and I think that my brain just isn't calculating it. I need something a little more fluid. And I was using the portrait planner, not the portrait planner, excuse me, the project planner. Replace the last 2 times I've said portrait with project planner. I discovered really early in June that I just need dailies. I need to see daily, or I need to see the week layout. In the project planner, you can add inserts, or excuse me, project. Yeah, I said it right. The project planner, you can add inserts, but the portrait arrived and I was like, let's just move into it. So the way I've been using it, so I wasn't in it here. What I ended up doing was I wrote down kind of an overview of the things I wanted to do for the week. And then each day, starting with Monday, well, actually I must have started it here, but here, let's get to this one. So what I did was I wrote down what I needed, like everything I wanted to do at the front of the week. And then I migrated over the stuff that didn't get done. Day after day, I would move it over. Now that is not going to work for everybody. And the chart for tracking content might work for you. It worked for me for a long time, but what is better for me is just brain dumping on Monday or over the weekend, brain dumping, looking at the monthly overview and going, okay, well, I'd like to do this video and this video this week, which means I need to film it. So I put it top priority that I'm going to film it. And then it gets moved to the editing. And then I just move things all the way across. So same thing, for the week of the 24th, I wrote down all the things that I want to film, and I'd cross it off as I did it, or I'd move it over as things are created. So film, and then once you've filmed, things have to get edited. So I added an edit section here. So that's basically how I've been using it over the course of this month. I played around a little bit with this week where at the bottom, I put down what was actually posted that day. I don't know if I'll do that because that's a replication of what is over here. Maybe I keep it and I write down when I've actually posted it, so it gets written down when it's done. I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, something about this is making more sense to me. I think part of it is because I have been sometimes doing batch creation where I film like 3 videos all at once. And then sometimes I will create 1 video and see it to the very end. So I like this. It's working for me. And this is what I'm going to keep doing. So no charts or graphs, just using my daily spots and then having that big picture overview. So that is how I'm using it for content creation. And then on this back page, I'm using the dot grid section here to log my income and my expenses. So any income, any money that is made through any of my platforms, I'll write it down here so I can kind of keep track of income. And then expenses, I write down anything, anytime I've purchased something, I write down what I purchased and how much I spent on it. This ended up just being, this is going to be kind of a flex section, I think, moving forward. But I had some ideas for reels by day, and then I need to update this, but I wanted to do a reel a day in June. And so I wrote down what they would be and then highlighted them as I posted them. And I haven't updated this, but that was kind of a way for me to see, can I get to 30 reels this month, was mapping it out there. So that is an overview of how I used the portrait planner in the month of June. But now we need to, hold on, I need to move some sticky notes. And what I did do, and what I'm actually removing, is I wanted to get a jump start before filming this video. And so I took some of these sticky notes from the Laurel Denise project planner, or they're sized for the project planner. And I put them down on, you know what? I could probably show this to you guys. I was removing it, but now I'm thinking I can bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's do it. Because I've only populated plans for my dailies. So let me just show you this. We're just going to go, I don't think that's actually going to be true though. Some of these are going to be different. So that can stay. I have to remove things that have information that is in advance. Do you know what I mean? And I can't show that. Okay, so I took these sticky notes from the notepad that I have, the sticky notepad. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't think I have it in here. Nope, I don't have it in here. But it's the sticky note pad for the project planner. So I just put them down and try to, in advance, think about reels again. Notice that I've left Sunday open. I'm not going to put any content on Sundays. So I wanted to see, okay, like where would I do my dailies? Where would I do my swatches and so forth? When it comes to content creation, I think it's really helpful to find your niche, find, you know, what brings you joy. Something that you're doing anyways, just film it. That kind of famous audio from like 2 years ago, everything is content. I am creating daily pages right now in my Hemlock and Oak planner, and I do 2 days at a time, and I do it on my own time, but I just put my camera up and I film it, and then I just edit it. And that has made reels pretty easy for me because I'm posting every 2 days the setup of my daily planner. It's a planner that I am actively using, and it's very easy for me to do that content. So, and actually I can pop this here. So what I'm not showing, I think is this one. So I laid the stickers down, or the sticky notes down, and I just wrote down all of my dailies, just based on the calendar. So my daily notebook setup for the 1st and the 2nd, I'll post it on the 1st. For the 3rd and the 4th, I'll post it on the 3rd. There is some movement here, but I like that the sticky notes can kind of be moved around, and I'm not putting anything down in pen quite yet. I am anticipating, because Mojo Jojo Plans always releases the first Friday of the month, so I'm anticipating that there might be product for me to show, so I'm assuming that for Thursday in advance of the release on Friday. So I'm also trying to get my Saturday swatch reels down, and so I've kind of mapped out, this might change, so nobody hold me to this, but I want to swatch my Tombos, my Archer and Olive calligraphs, acrylographs, and Rytech, and then I'm not sure yet what that will be, what swatch will be on August 3rd. So I just threw down some sticky notes to get a sense for where my content's going to lie, and I'll lift them up as I go and as I fine tune things. So let's just go ahead and get this set up, and we will call it a video. I know this is going to be a little bit longer than usual, just because I did an overview, but what sticker should we use? We are in July, and there are so many wonderful small shops that make sticker kits for Laurel Denise planners. They're becoming more and more mainstream, so more small shops are creating them. And so if you don't have the time to decorate, then don't do it. But I am a huge decorative planning fan, and I'm not a big sticker kit person. So I like to do things all on my own. So I'm kind of just looking for some stickers that I might want to use. I think seasonal stuff is fun. So like I've got this Tanya Garcia Year-Round Whimsy. Just curious. Yeah, I mean, these girls are kind of fun with the seagulls, and yeah, I mean, maybe we just go with this, just keep it simple. And let's see, should we use some washi today? Maybe some polka dot or some splotches or something. I think we should. So I'm gonna grab these guys. Let's see, do we have any thoughts? think the thicker splotches could be fun. And then, let's see, I do have stripes. Let's do some of this. So I'm just going to decorate this a little bit just because it's fun and I like decorating. And then we will set up these specialty sections. And then I can actually start getting some work done in this planner for the month of July, which I'm really excited about. I've been holding off on getting into too far into July because I knew I needed to film a video about it. I never do straight edges with my washi, but we're just doing it. We are just going for it today. I don't have a use yet for this section right here, so I'm just gonna make it decorative for kicks. And I guess I could leave a little bit of space for, let me get my super sharp tweezers. A little bit of space for writing if I want to, but I want to add a seagull because she's cute. I love seagulls. This is a bone. It's a paper folding tool, and I use it to press my stickers down. And let's just add a little bit of green here. Green, or should we do blue? I'm going to do blue, actually. Or these like little daisies. Maybe we'll do these little daisies. Do little daisies right there. Kind of hard to see. Ooh, they're really hard to see. I'm gonna lift these back up. I don't think I like that too much. No, thank you. Maybe I'll just add a little. This is just a little bit of deco. It's probably supposed to be like a sun, but I'm just gonna do that there for a little bit of texture. And grab my slice tool. Yeah, I was so nervous about this video because, you know, I was sharing what has been very, very much my own, you know, private space with my portrait planner. And but I was like, you know, I think people might want to see it. And my girl Elena, I think it was Elena, who was like, are you using the portrait planner? Can you show us? So I cannot let that girl down. No way, Jose. Okay, so we are not using my Sunday spot. There might be a very, very rare occasion where I might, but I really do not want to. So I'm going to go ahead and take my white inked pen, the Uniball Broad Signo. Man, I keep grabbing ones that are out of juice. Just keep hitting it, try to get that stuff down. Come on. I could use this guy. Kind of try to avoid using this big guy, but I could see it, so. Just gonna dot this on. She is inky. What's cool about the portrait planner though, your monthlies are on really thick cardstock because it's the tabbed page. So it can withstand this kind of thicker paint with no problem. All right, that is going to need to dry. While that's drying, let's write in our habits. And I think I want to use a juicier pen than normal. We'll use the Zebra Blend. And I did like logging my daily habits of Instagram post. So we're going to do IG post We're going to do TikTok post. We're going to do YouTube. What did I do last month? I did YouTube, TikTok. Oh, payments. Let's do we're gonna log no spend. We're gonna do comp ath. That will be for payment. And then we're gonna put no spend. I need to start saving money, not spending money. Okay, so now let's set up our little buckets. And I'm going to use this washi this time just to change things up. And I think I'm going to rip it up. So we'll go there. I'm just going along the line, and then hopefully I can find some fun boxes that I can use for my different things I want to track. So, and it worked tracking launches and stats. So I think we're going to keep doing that with this section. So let's find some boxes, functional boxes that are going to match, hopefully, this colorway. It's all Christmassy. I might need to dip into Mojo Jojo plans. Let's see, neutral shapes. Ooh, we could do shapes. Shapes would be kind of fun. Shapes are kind of fun. You know what shape I never use? The triangle. Should we use the triangles or the diamonds? Hoo-hoo-hoo. I think I'm gonna use the triangles. I never use the triangles in these sticker books. Until now. How fun! A little Wonka Doodle. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm just gonna change up the orientation. Ooh, it's kind of retro looking. I'm not mad at that. The colors don't really match. The stickers, because they're not very colorful. But I honestly think that's okay. I am not mad at that. I could have gone to maybe jewel tone boxes, but that's okay. Jewel toned shapes. All right, so we're gonna log in here, launches, launch, IG, YouTube, and TikTok. And you know what I forgot? I wanted to use my icons. I have so many different like social media icons. So let's throw down like some icons just for kicks, because more is more. I don't think I have a TikTok icon though. That might not work. And I'll throw this guy down here. Just cause why not? I don't have TikTok, and a launch doesn't really need a, oh, but those are cute. No. I have so many different like fun stickers. Next month we will change things up. I just get so tempted to like use all the things in one spread, and that's just not gonna work. Okay, so we've kept that kind of simple, but it is decorated. Strategy for this, I think I want to keep it as ideas for the month. So I have room for stickers though. So I'm going to maybe do a mix here of maybe some of that and I'm gonna rip that just for a raw edge. Layer that. Rip that. You know, just have a little fun with it. Because we definitely need a little bit more color. So I think I want one of these roller skating girls, but I think I want to put her up here. So I'm going to maybe just do some icons of summer. Or we do a little bit of palm tree action. All of this is like not essential for content planning, but if it looks cute, I'm gonna enjoy using it. So that's why we're doing it. Let's add a seagull up there. Keeping this super functional. Should we add a little yellow flowery thing? And let's go back to June, see how I used it in June. Oh, I had my key and ideas. Let's go back to the sticker book. Oh, here's more of the boxes. Ooh, that's cute. Should I throw down one of these just for kicks? I kind of feel like I should. A little wonky maybe. I'm gonna throw that down and just frame it out just for fun. So I can do it like a postage stamp, or I can do dashes and dots. I'm gonna do it like a postage stamp. So that is just, I love the look of postage stamps for decor. So I'm just gonna mimic that. Kind of easier to do it at a different angle. Let's go this way. That's a little easier. Postage stamps are perfect with their cutting. This is not going to be perfect, but still think it's going to look cool. All right. Whew, that got a little wonky at the end there. And I could do a second one. Kind of want to do a second one. I'm going to do a second one. I don't want to take up too much space though. So I'm going to go really, I'm going to do a bit smaller like that. And then same thing. And maybe this will distract from the fact that the other one is a little wonkadoodle. Okay, I think that's cute. We're going to stick with it. I'm not seeing any clear, like just basic boxes. So we're going to go back to neutral shapes. And we're going to go with a black circle. And I think I'm going to go right here. And should we just do ideas? Ideas. Yep. Pretty basic. So this is going to be where I'm going to brain dump kind of like ideas. Now let's put some sticker action over here. And I want to put one of the roller skating girls down. So she is going to need a foundation to be roller skating on. So we're going to do that. And go back to this gal. Okay, let's go with this one. Where's my, I love these tweezers, but they're not sharp. So I like this one for lifting up stickers, but I prefer this one for laying down stickers. So we're gonna put this one here. And I'm hoping that putting big old stickers here will help keep me accountable to my keeping a Sabbath. I do feel like we could probably add no, let's save this for the other side, for the back guys. Ooh, see, that's pretty. It's got white, it's a white flower, but like that's not particularly helpful for most of us planning on white pages. Can't really tell that that's a white flower, but that's okay. It's a little awkward. Can't do it. She's coming up. Save her for another day. I do feel like we need some green though, because I could do something like this and just trim it. Let's do that. Butt that flat edge up against that line. There we go. That works. And do we have another seagull? We do. We'll put him right there. Cute. Okay, so we have set up the first section. We're not setting up weeklies. Oh no. Too aggressive. No. Now he's upside down. Well, you know what? He could be dive bombing for some snacks. There we go. Let's do a reset for a second. Because again, this is mostly functional. I am not going to do anything with this. I don't want to over clutter it. I just want it to be pen. So we're not going to decorate this. And then I like the way that that's kind of popping out. I do feel like I need a little bit up there. But let's jump to the back. Now I started penciling in some strategies for content tracking. And that was having each week mapped out. And I'm not sure I want to do that. I'm trying to think of why. I know I was, can you guys see it? It's on pencil, so it's kind of hard to see. But I had mapped out week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. And then putting the content for each day. So like days of the week going down this way. And my thought behind this was, while I liked the monthly overview, it's really helpful for me to see it vertically for some reason. You know, the, not the perpetual calendars, but the year at a glance pages from the Happy Planner, where they go down vertically 1 through 30, 1 through 31. I really like that perspective. It makes sense in my mind. And so my thought was being able to see like 1 through 30 or 1 through 31 vertically might be more helpful to me. I just don't know if I want to do this on this back page. I mean, it's not totally dissimilar to what I did with my reels, which is kind of the similar idea here. This is where I get nervous actually putting pen down. Let's do what I know for certain, which is I do want to track budget related things here. So let's throw down this washi. Since we have the stripes right there, let's have a little bit of fun here. And I think I'm going to leave it flat edged. And we will go from the opposite direction this way. Here. Ooh, those are on totally different dots. This is definitely different for me. I've never planned on a coil like this. I've used a twin loop where you can snip it. I suppose you could snip these, but man, they're so small. The holes are so small that I feel like that would be a real chore. So that means having to figure out how to plan around or decorate around the coil. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That's one of the biggest reasons why I've avoided Erin Condren planners. It's because a twin loop I totally get. I'm so glad that the Happy Planner came out with those. But this is kind of a new concept for me. Okay, so we are looking for, I think we want to get out of shapes and just go with some, we could look at summer boxes. Mojo Jojo plants. This will give us some fun colors. Really fun colors. Ooh, I forgot there's 4th of July stickers in here. Yeah, I feel like we need some color. So how about we do like lime? Do it a little wonky. So this will be income. And let's grab a different one. Maybe like a fun blue, which isn't totally dissimilar from the girls' denim shorts. And this will be expenses. And then we just need to add a little bit of structure, or I like to add a little bit of structure. So I like adding the date. So creating a column for the date. And how many dots are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we're just going to go draw a line at the 17 mark. Okay, and then we can go over here and draw our line for our dates. Let's see, I think I did 2 there. Okay, so we've got our, oh, I did 2. That kind of stuff bothers me. I was trying to have these be equal. That's okay. So the date, and we need the amount. Or a place for the amount. So we will go right here. And we will do the same thing over here. Let's flip this guy back. I mean, this is what's nice about the coil, is it does really nicely fold on itself. But that's why I like the twin loop. I kind of wish she had done the twin loop for the portrait planner, but I guess it kind of makes sense that she didn't, given these strips of paper. There we go. So we have income and expenses, and let's just add a little bit of color. So this is going to be the date. This is going to be the date. I hope this video has been helpful. I really was not planning to show this kind of stuff, but should we use a different color? No, let's just do it. So just making a swatch of color and the amount. And then I'll probably use a box at the bottom with my totals at the end of the month. So I don't want to do any shading down here. So for income, it's going to be who. And then amount. And then this is going to be what. What did I purchase? And this is going to be amount. Okay, so, and just hold on. Just because this is me, I'm going to add a highlight all the way down. Okay, so that side is done. And have I gotten any more clarity on this side? Oh, how much structure do I want? I think I'm going to leave this alone and see what I need as I get into the month. I know that I want to track these habits. I know that I want to log my stats, and I know I need a place for ideas, and I know I need a place for income and expenses. I don't know if I need this yet, seeing everything vertically that is repeated up here. So I'm going to leave this open. I'm not going to do any charting here, and we'll see. If you're not following me over on Instagram, do that, because it's more than likely if I do something with this, I'll just show it over on Instagram. I won't show it here on Instagram, or excuse me, I'll show it on Instagram. I will not show it here on YouTube. I know that content creation and like content planners is something that people really like to see on YouTube. I know I look for it on YouTube, and it's rarely done because some of the stuff is just confidential. Like if I am working with a brand that has a new product that's coming out on a specific day, and we can't talk about it until that day, I can't show you my planner for how I'm prepping content for it, because you're not supposed to know that it exists. So really what would end up happening is if I'm showing it, it would have to be after the fact. And, you know, maybe this is something, if this is helpful to you guys, maybe I do a content video once a month where I show the previous month and then I set up the upcoming month. That's probably the best I can do content-wise for this kind of stuff. I do feel like I need a little bit of love up at the top. So let's flip this guy around. And then once I'm done with this, I think we'll call it good. Not a lot of decorating in this planner, but just enough to feel like I'm having fun with my life. I really like decorative planning, but I really like functional planning too. And I must say, going back to, you know, pages like this, where it's just, I know it's upside down, but bear with me, where it's just pen, there's something really, really gratifying about it. So yeah, just a little bit of zhuzh to be fun. I could decorative date as well. That would be another way to make things interesting. But okay, I'm gonna rip this just to create a bit of a raw edge. And then I could put the flat edge up against here. It's a lot easier that way. And the raw edge allows me to avoid covering up the month. So we got that. And then this piece is kind of thin. Should I use it anyways? I think so. Why not? So y'all have to let me know, what are you using for, if you create content, if you are a social media manager, if you do affiliate marketing, anything like that. I'd love to know, do you plan on paper? And if you do, what are you using? Have you tried the portrait planner from Laurel Denise? Have you used any Laurel Denise planners? I would love to know. Oh, we've got these fun little summary icons. I think this is where we start to have a little bit of fun. Just to add a little bit of deco. I am gonna do this upside down. I was thinking I'd want to flip it over, but this thing is actually pretty tall and I'm short, so we'll just do it this way. So I'm gonna just add these icons interspersed around here to kind of frame out the top. Ooh, let's just do a whole watermelon there. This could look really weird once I flip it around, because remember, I'm doing this upside down. Throw that there. And if you are not a big decorative planner person, but you do want to like have a little bit of fun, just buy a kit. You know my girl, JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop makes kits. Planner Kate makes Planner Kate makes kits. And there are plenty more that make kits for Laurel Denise. This little crab. Okay, I want to make sure that he is not in a weird place. So we'll just put him there. Hopefully that looks all right. I'm glad we're adding a little bit more red. Let's do a little flower there. And should we do a shell? I feel like we need a little seashell. Although that's too much red, maybe put that guy back. Let's do a little starfish. That's cute. We're almost done, guys. Just kind of playing around here, seeing where things make sense. I'm gonna trim this and have this going off the page. Just pop in a little bit of green. And I'll do that with the other side. These stickers are interesting because some of them are white and you cannot see them on white paper. Let's see, I'll add a little bit of green here. I'm going to lift this guy up and change out the greenery. Do that. I feel like we do need the hat and the bathing suit. So I'm going to add the hat there. And I think if I can split the bathing suit without it looking like undies. I think I'm gonna only be able to use one of these. Put the bathing suit there. That looks kind of weird, huh? But I like the texture of this, so we're just gonna add a splash of that right here. All right, let's see how we're looking right side up. You just never know when you're working upside down. I do feel like that bathing suit's a little weird, but that's okay. I'm gonna put a little shell there just to fill that spot. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. Let's lift these guys up. I'm gonna try to keep these in order. I do like real pen and using correction tape. I mean, I don't like having to change things up, but I've tried the friction pens. I know Laurel Denise and team are big fans of the friction pens. They're just not black enough for me. So I will go in with real pen and write in these, and that's it. I think we're done. So we have our habits for the month. We have our ideas for the month. These are completely open because I'm going to do most of my work in these spaces. And then I have my income and expenses. And then this I need to figure out. And I just don't have the time to think through it right now. But I will share it over on Instagram if I end up changing it up. Or you'll see it at the end of July when I do a flip through of how July worked for me in the content planner. All right, friends, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this was interesting. I wasn't sure how this video is going to turn out, but I hope that it was helpful. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. And if you want to hang out with me again and see all the planners that I'm using in the second half of the year, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Remember, you can always save 10% off with Laurel Denise with Joyful 10 if you want to get this portrait planner or the mini horizontal that I'm sharing for wellness. Yeah, Joyful 10, I'll save you 10% off of that. And I do have an affiliate link, which is down in the description box as well. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.